Thank you. On to the next game. I'm really excited about the result from last week, obviously, and obviously I spoke after the game that there's things that we can improve on. Looking forward to getting that done this week. Obviously, we practice today in our meetings and lift. So, I thought the guys for the experience of being on the road for the first time was good, and now we're heading out to Boulder, Colorado. That's going to be a fun trip for us, and starting Big 12 game. So our season in the conference. So we're 1/4 through the season. Looking forward to the next one, and excited about the matchup. Really happy with the way the guys, the leaders, everyone approached the game going back east. And again, I think you've heard me say this before, but really thankful for all the fans that were there. The support that we received, it was awesome, and really good to see the Blue out there cheering for us, and hope those fans know how much we appreciate them and for them making the trip to come visit us. Now with this week, looking forward to the matchup against Colorado and Coach Prime and the group, and I think Coach Prime would tell you that our relationship, I have tons of respect and admiration for him and what he's done as a coach and as a father and as a disciple of Christ. And so really excited about the matchup. Obviously, we saw each other in the bowl game, but this is a different matchup. Every year is different, and every week's different. So, we're a different team than back in the Alamo Bowl, and they're a different team as well. See on film that they have tons of talent. We're at their place now, so it's going to be a difficult environment to play in. But looking forward to the matchup and looking forward to seeing my friend Coach Prime again. I think he'll say the same statement that I love him to life. And so really excited about the matchup, excited about the opportunity that we're in right now, going into conference play, and excited about our team and the progress that we're making. Hopefully we can give our best shot when we get out there Saturday night. So what questions do you guys have for me?
Our first question will be from John Kuhn.
Kalani, you look at what LJ Martin has done to start this season. He's just the second BYU player to start the year with 3 straight 100-yard games. And a lot of those yards are hard-fought yards. Like, it takes multiple tacklers to bring him down at the end of a run. From your perspective, what has LJ done to take his game up another level this season from the already high level he was running at?
Well, LJ's always been a team guy. That's the main thing, and it's never been about him and his numbers and his carries. He's going to do all the little things right, even when the ball is not in his hands. And this year, he's elevated his leadership role as a captain. That's the one thing that I think has really set him apart from everything else. That the players, they take on his personality and his leadership skills. They followed it. I mean, they see the importance that it is for him, and they follow what he does as an example. Maybe not the most outspoken guy, but he's not afraid to talk. But man, his example, if you just work as hard as he does, it will be fine. And so, and then he's not really worried about the numbers. He only cares about the team. And I think, those first 2 games he could have been out there and demanded the ball more, but I think he understands what we're trying to accomplish and understands that we need to, keep working on some depth and getting other guys a chance too. So he's a complete back, and I'm glad that he's a leader and a captain for us.
All right, next question will be from Jay Drew.
Yeah, 2 questions from me, Kalani. First, Evan Johnson, what do you recall as far as his recruitment? It seems like he's only had 1 offer and that was you guys, as far as a Power 4 offer. But does that speak to kind of the development program that you guys have become? And just what can you tell us about getting Evan to the program?
Well, I mean, in the recruiting process, the really impressed with his family, with his mom and dad, and the way they raised him. I think we could see the potential there with the speed. I mean, he's one of the fastest guys out of California the year that he came out as a senior. So we knew he had tons of speed, and we knew he had a lot of ability and athleticism. And so all we had to do was give him a chance to play in a system that was going to highlight his skills. And so as he started doing that, we've been able to see him thrive in the system that Jay has, and I think the sky's the limit for him. He is such a great player, and he's a lot of fun to be around. And so, it makes sense that he's going to make plays, and I'm glad that he took advantage of the opportunities that he had Saturday night.
And then on the 12 men on the field call that erased the pick by Tanner Wall, did the officials not let Logan have the opportunity to get off the field there? Was that called correctly after review?
I don't think it was, but there's going to be a discrepancy because East Carolina subbed twice. They had a first sub earlier, and then we subbed with that, and then they had a second later sub, and then we subbed with that. But the question was that our guys had too much indecision on who was coming out, and so according to the rules, you're supposed to give us time to even. It's not like everybody has the decision to when to come out. We're actually trying to match their sub, and they didn't think we matched it fast enough, and so that was the argument that I had with the refs, is that you have to give us time to match the sub just like they did with the first substitution. But it's okay. We just have to be more decisive when we sub people, and even though you're supposed to be given the timing to do that, but we try to do everything we can and within the rules, and if we didn't do it good enough, then that's not our fault. And I was just trying to complain to the rest because I was trying to understand the timing. How long are we supposed to know? How do they know? How do they dictate when the decision has been made or not? And so that's okay. It's a good learning experience for all of us. It just happens to take away a turnover from Tanner when he made such a great play. And so, if they would have gained 20 yards, I probably would have been not as upset. So there's a human part in that too with me. So I mean, it's because we didn't get the play, it's okay. I just got to do a better job, making sure the guys understand to make more clear decisions on who's on and off and who's supposed to be in there when we do our substitutions.
Next question from Jay Catch.
Kalani, Jay Catch, KSL Sports Zone in Salt Lake City. Just wanted to ask you, in terms of I guess you could call it a rematch against Colorado, how much carryover do you think that can be from that bowl game into this matchup?
There's always some carryover, but the players aren't the same on both sides, so and then you're always trying to find ways to get you a competitive advantage. So that's the fun part in the game and the prep during the week, is that we don't know exactly what they're going to do. We have an idea, but they don't know exactly what we're going to do too. So you have to kind of prep for all of it, and then you have to make adjustments and see what happens in the game on Saturday night. So it's what we have to do every week, and it just happens that we played these guys in a bowl game, and now we see them, for us, game 4. So now this one's on the road, and we just got to be ready for it. So I don't think it's anything different than what we've already experienced already, and that goes the same for them.
They've had some quarterback roulette this season: Caden Salter, Ryan Staub, Juju Lewis. Are you going to have to prepare for all three, or do you feel like you've figured out if it's going to be Salter for sure?
No, I mean, until they tell us for sure what they're going to go with, I think we have to assume that they can play all three, and so that's part of the being prepared for all of them. And all three that we've seen on film can play. They can throw the ball, and they're very talented, and the talented O-line. I mean, this is a really talented team, and so it's not going to be an easy game to go in there and play the. And I mean, I'm sure they remember the bowl game. I'm sure they want some payback, but it's a different year, different mindset, and I'm just happy with the way we're playing. We just got to go in there and make sure that we do our part. I can't control what they do, but we can control what we do, and we can control all the things that we've made mistakes on from the last weekend and even the 2 games before that. So we just need to be a lot cleaner, more disciplined. We had too many penalties, all that stuff that we can control. That's what I got to focus on as a head coach, and make sure that we don't make those mistakes again.
Next question from Mitch Harper.
Kalani, after your review of the film against East Carolina, what was working so well for Bear Bachmeyer in that second half. What kind of led to his success from your vantage point reviewing the film?
I think he was making great decisions before. Just wasn't connecting on all the plays. I started with play one. However, it was between him and Parker, that should have been a completion. But you just keep playing, and you keep taking advantage of your opportunities that come down. I mean, you forget about that play. It's a play-to-play type of deal. You have to forget about it and keep moving on. And he did a great job at that, moving on from when he could have had a throwaway, could have had a play. And I was just really pleased with everything that he's done, from the audibles, the checks that he made, getting the guys out of the huddle. And I thought he did a great job, and he seemed to grow up quite a bit from the first play to the second half. And I think that was really good for us to see him do that. And I'm excited about what he can do. He's highly intelligent, has great football IQ, great leader. He's tough, and things are starting to click for him. So we just need to make sure to keep that momentum going.
Next question from Kyle Ireland.
Kalani, your first 2 years out of the Big 12 conference member were impacted by conference realignment, with you guys obviously coming into the league, teams leaving after that first season, and then new programs coming in last year. What does it do for your coaching staff as far as your preparation this year to be able to have some stability as far as the membership is concerned? You guys are seeing, teams in multiple seasons consecutively now.
Yeah, I mean, they're all well-coached teams, so it's not like and being only third year in it, it's not like you have a understanding of every team in the conference. But because they're common opponents, you can see it, a lot of them on film. And even though you rotate playing some here and there, eventually you'll get more familiar with the coaches than it is with the players, because the conference schedule will change quite a bit year to year. But it's just a lot of fun being in this conference, man. I enjoy it. I enjoy the coaches that are in it, the places that we play at, and the opponents that come to our home here in Provo and Lavelle Edwards Stadium. And so it feels really good when we went from an independent team to now being part of an amazing conference. So I'm just enjoying the ride and enjoying being part of and being affiliated with this conference. It's an honor for us to be here, and really cool to be in these environments. And I mean, to go to Colorado and play there is going to be an amazing experience for our players and our fans, and to have that is going to be really cool. So everything is we're just enjoying every part of it.
Next question from Sean Walker.
Hey, Coach, I just wanted to ask you about Carson Ryan, because we've talked about him a decent amount during the offseason, and it seems like he was expected to play a pretty big role in this offense, but his role through 3 games has been maybe even bigger than the 2 touchdowns he scored. Just what is it about his game where he's kind of proving to be, I think he's pretty close to an every down tight end for you guys?
No, he's a complete tight end. He's been a complete tight end ever since I remember him playing at a young age, and he's he can do so many things. He's versatile. He can block. He can catch. He's big. I mean, he's a great leader. He's bought into whatever we ask him to do, and I don't think anybody works harder than he does in practice. He sweats more than anyone I know, and that usually means he's working really hard. And then he has an amazing mustache game. So when you combine all those things, I mean, it just makes sense that you should be a great tight end to BYU.
Next question from Brandon Gurney.
Kalani, well, one of the stats you probably aren't too fond of were the 10 penalties for 101 yards. How much of that was a result of just being on the road for the first time, and how are you addressing that this week?
Well, all of them are different types of penalties, so we have to look at the ones that I think sometimes the ones that happen during the gameplay is different than the ones that are false starts and things like that, mental mistakes. So we can control the ones that are, the holding penalties, even within the game. We can control it, just kind of move your feet a little bit more, and then the substitution one, that's on me. If we're looking at the other penalties, they're kind of in the so we had a taunting and sportsmanlike. That's not us. Can't have that. And can't cost the team. And so those are easy adjustments to be made. Has nothing to do whether you're home or on the road. It just has to do with your mentality and playing smart and playing with a good mindset, not getting angry at some of the things that are being said on the field, just keeping it about the team first. And so, these guys are learning it. Fortunately for us, they didn't hurt us too much. They did hurt some of the drives, some of the holding penalties, things like that. But just got to be more disciplined. That's my job as a coach, is teach these young men to be more disciplined and play with a great mindset. It's okay to be physical. It's okay to talk back and forth too, but if not if that's going to throw you off your game. Then if that's going to throw you off the game, then just shut up and play football. But they're young, they're learning. I got to do a better job and make sure that we're not getting 10 penalties. That's hard to have that many penalties. It's hard to make up the difference when those could kill drives and take points off the board.
Next question from Kevin Reynolds.
Hey, Kalani, after the game on Saturday, Harvey Younga tweeted about something about stealing signs. I was just curious if you thought that East Carolina was stealing signs in 2022, and was that something you prepared for going into this game of trying to protect that?
I don't know much about about Harvey's thing, but you can just say that it's teams can do whatever they want, and we can huddle and we can do a lot of different things too, but I'm not going to worry about it. You have to just play the game. Eventually, it's going to be the guys on the field that allow you that play the game. So, I'd just rather us not talk about stuff and just play the game.
Next question from Mitch Harper.
Last year, Kalani, you guys were just outside the Big 12 championship with the tiebreaker. You were close, but didn't get to your ultimate goal. What lessons have maybe you learned from last year's that you can carry over into this season as you begin Big 12 play this week?
Yeah, we just control what we control. Stay humble, work hard, and don't talk. Just keep working. I mean, we're not here campaigning for things. We got to control what we control. And that's the things that I got to do as a head coach. And, I mean, there's a lot of momentum and a lot of buzz going on, but just got to play football, and we got to be humble. We got to work hard. And the only statements that we can make have to be on the field. That's pretty much what I'm trying to keep the guys focused on. Last year, all that stuff, it doesn't really matter. Let's focus on this week, and let's get better. Let's get better from last week to this week and see what happens on Saturday night.
Our last question will be from Jake Hatch.
Yeah, Kalani, you talked about your relationship with Coach Prime and how you guys have struck up this relationship. How did that come about, I guess, originally?
Well, I'm a big Deion Sanders fan. That's how it came about, and seeing the way he played football and all the things that he did and then a lot of people that I knew that kind of crossed paths with him. Tom Homo, Brian Mitchell was a great teammate of his. Said all these wonderful things about him, and so being a fan and then being able to meet him and talk with him, and it's not just him; it's his staff. They have some amazing people on that staff and amazing young men on that team, and so just being around them all, for that time that we were at the bowl game, just confirmed that there's a lot of really good people there and highly competitive people. They want to win. But when you get to know I think we get to know all the competitive parts of an opponent. It's sometimes nice to get to know the human element and see that they're loving people too, But when it gets time to play the game, I know that they'll be really competitive, and so will we. But there's some of the things I learned from Lavelle is to definitely respect your opponent. And always try to find ways to connect with people, and so I'm trying to do that, and I'm really thankful for the relationship that I have with a lot of coaches, and all the coaches in this conference, and I'm excited about the relationship that I have with Deion and what he's been able to do. Coach Prime's done a great job as a leader, and so I'm always trying to connect with people. If anything, the head coaches at other programs know what I'm going through, so there's a lot of common ground there, and when we are able to talk, before the game and even after the game, I just hope that they know how much I appreciate and respect them.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Take care.